In this lesson, we will learn about punctuation. We will focus on the periods, comma, semicolons and apostrophes. First, we will start with the periods. Rule 1: Use a period at the end of a complete sentence that is a statement. For example, I know him well. Rule 2: If the last item in the sentence is an abbreviation that ends in a period, do not follow it with another period. Example: This is Alice Smith, MD. The abbreviation MD ends in a period. We don't add a second period. Rule 3: Question marks and exclamation points replace and eliminate periods at the end of a sentence. The second most common punctuation is the commas. Commas customarily indicate a brief pause, they're not as final as periods. Rule 1 for using commas. Use commas to set off non-essential words, clauses, and phrases. Non-essential words, clauses, and phrases that occur mid-sentence must be enclosed by commas. The closing comma is called an appositive comma. Many writers forget to add this important comma. Following are two instances of the need for an appositive comma with one or more nouns. An example is: the product claiming all natural ingredients, which appeared in the Sunday newspaper, is on sale. Rule 2. Use a comma before and after introductory words such as namely, that is, for example, or for instance when they are followed by a series of items. For example, you may be required to bring many items, for example, sleeping bags, pans, and warm clothing. Rule 3. In sentences where two independent clauses are joined by connectors such as and, or, but, etc., put a comma at the end of the first clause. Example: he walked all the way home, and he shut the door. The third punctuation we will learn is the semicolon. It's no accident that a semicolon is a period atop a comma. Like commas, semicolons indicate an audible pause slightly longer than a commas, but short of a period's full stop. Rule 1. A semicolon can replace a period if the writer wishes to narrow the gap between two closely linked sentences. Example: call me tomorrow, you can give me an answer then. Rule 2. Use a semicolon to separate units of a series when one or more of the units contain commas. Example: the conference has people who have come from Moscow, Idaho, Springfield, California, Alamo, Tennessee, and other places as well. Rule 3. A semicolon may be used between independent clauses joined by a connector, such as and, but, or, nor, etc., when one or more commas appear in the first clause. Example: when I finish here, and I will soon, I'll be glad to help you, and that is a promise I will keep. Finally, the apostrophes. Rule 1. Use the apostrophe to show possession. To show possession with a singular noun, add an apostrophe plus the letter S. Example: a woman's hat. Rule 2. Many common nouns end in the letter S, lens, cactus, bus, etc. So do a lot of proper nouns, Mr. Jones, Texas, Christmas. There are conflicting policies and theories about how to show possession when writing such nouns. There is no right answer, the best advice is to choose a formula and stay consistent. Rule 3. Do not use an apostrophe plus S to make a regular noun plural. Example: apostrophes are confusing.